All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Hey, got a question I want to ask you. And I hope to start a serious think tank. I mean, after all, that's what I usually try to do, is stimulate thought. If I ask you a question, how would you answer? And the question I want to ask is this: what is the opposite of courage? What would you say? If I ask you the question, what is the opposite of courage, what would you say? Well, you think about that for a moment. Probably 99 to 100% of the people in the world would automatically say what? Cowardness. Would they not? I want to give you food for thought here for a second, all right? Because I'm thinking, all right, and have been thinking for a very long time. As a matter of fact, I think that's one of the problems that we have as mankind or humanity, is that we don't think. The reason why we don't think is because I got two things going here, but I'm heading towards one word. Let me just go ahead and give it to you without dragging you along, okay? The opposite of courage is conformity. In other words, when you fell out of your mother's womb, all right, there was a world, a cosmos that was already in place, okay? And of course, we all grew up in this particular cosmos, at least in this culture, because this culture is different than other cultures in the world. And our perspectives and point of views, the way that we see things, is pretty much been drilled into us, programmed into us, because of the school systems that we have went to. And mind you, we did not elect to go to those school systems. They were already in place. Our parents sent us to those school systems because they have conformed to the same things that the rest of the world has. And think about this word conformity. It's pretty powerful. I'm not saying that you should just go out here and just ignore the laws, laws of the land or righteous laws of the land, or just the law of nature in itself. What I am getting to is this, is that the majority of us, all of our lives, we do nothing but conform. And we have no goal in mind. And if we have no goal in mind, we can't be successful. In other words, how do you define successful? Most people just define successful by having a bank account full of money. That's not success. Success is being able to do what you want to do and be impeccable in doing it because you have a goal at the end of it. For instance, I often talk about the highest calling in the universe, which I believe to be mother. What has society done? Society has done everything it can possible to make sure that a woman today will not be a successful mother. And as a matter of fact, they have put a stigma upon a woman who chooses to stay at home and raise, rear, and educate her children. Why? Because of conformity. They tell them that being success is going out and getting a career, getting a degree, having a career, blase, blase. Why are you sending your children off to somebody else to educate them, and then when you blink your eyes one day, they're 20 years old, you done missed out on their life, and you had no influence whatsoever at all. Success is if you wanted to be in the military, and that's what you wanted to do, and you did it, and you retired, you've been successful. You see what I mean? Success is not defined on how many Federal Reserve notes that you have in your pocket. I mean, for instance, me. There are some people that believe like we do, and there are people who support me that believe like we do, and yet and still they're not in a position to be able to do what we're doing, but yet and still maybe one day they will be. So they support. I have a vision, and my vision entails not only me, but it entails people who can see exactly what's going on. And when they actually agree with what I'm doing, I'm just using myself as an example, they end up doing what? Conforming to what? To a successful plan. Reason why I said that is this, because the world has a plan for you. And when you get finished with it, you're not going to have anything. You can go out and pay a mortgage for 30-something years, and at the end of it, you're sick as a dog, and everything that you've worked for, the banks are going to get it, the hospitals are going to get it, the lawyers are going to get it, and you're still not going to have nothing anyway to transfer. However, if you actually what does the Bible say? Conform to the image. And the conforming to the image of Yah is to actually obey that word and do what it says. That's success. And there are few of us that are doing it. I'm just using these as examples to get you to try to at least stimulate, your thought, at least put a defibrillate on your mind, at least to start thinking. Because, think about this. If you have a piece of land, you're pretty successful, aren't you not? And if you can live on that land, develop that land and stuff, have you not actually paved the way for not only you in the future, but others that are coming behind you? I would much rather be conformed to someone who has a vision of the kingdom than to be conformed to this world and this society and not knowing what I'm doing every single day. What saith you?